It just made a sound the second I hit record. Happy Friday! I'm so glad you guys are here. Thanks for being here on a funky time.
Friday.
However, if this time seems to be better in the future, let me know. I'm pretty wide open, especially on Fridays. So it's like my day off. So I just kind of schedule whatever I want. Every day is my day off. That's so funny. So real quick, some announcements. If you didn't get to a Super Saturday, make sure to get into your Coach Online office and watch the corporate video. There's some super exciting announcements, but they also have training videos in there and like inspirational stories, and it's just a good thing to watch. So if you didn't do it and you didn't have one last week, go ahead and do that video. Watch that video. Ours is actually this week, so we'll get it tomorrow. The other thing, I want to do a quick reminder about Summit coming up in July. Melanie and I just did a mad hotel dash yesterday. If you are thinking about going, please call some hotels and get on some wait lists because stuff's booked. We're staying at a hostel. It's super cute and adorable, and I'm really excited about it, but there were no hotels, at least within a decent price range. So something to be thinking about. If you are on the fence about Summit, let me just try to push you over and just tell you that if this is something you want to work, it's a must-do. The ability to see coaches in person that have started where we started and come so far, completely changed their lives and are making amazing difference in other people's lives, standing on stages, talking in microphones after being like us in like our little Zoom videos. It's really inspiring. You get to see Carl Deichler in person, who's extremely passionate about this. And you'll run into like Darren O'Lean on the street, which is kind of funny. Dawn and I saw him on the street and we were like, oh, there's Darren. And a couple other girls were like, who's that? Because they don't look in their Coach Online office. And we're like, he created Shakeology. And then those girls chased him down for a picture. We were like, posers. So I'm just saying, be posers too. That happens. That sounds mean, but that's how I felt. So Summit's super cool. If you can get there, it's really just an incredible experience. If you can't, we understand. That's something to strive for. So that's all I have for announcements. Now I want to talk a little bit about being stubborn. And Chris's post in the group today kind of inspired me to talk about this, but I see it so often. And so I'm really excited to talk about it because as coaches, I think we see it in challengers. People show up excited, like ready to go. I'm going to get healthy and fit and nothing's going to stop me. It's going to be the most amazing thing ever. And then on their first Saturday, they go to like a friend's house and there's beer and cake and fries and they have all the things. They wake up Sunday, they feel bad and they're not stubborn anymore. And they have a hard time on Monday morning and it's a slow snowball effect and we kind of lose them. The same thing happens with coaches. They show up and they're like, Beachbody's amazing. I'm so excited. I'm going to tell everybody about it. And then they go on Facebook and they get like 5 likes. And then they get no likes. And then people start potentially hiding them. And then people stop writing them back and they become discouraged. And they think, gosh, maybe this just isn't for me. I just shouldn't do this. And they go back to the way it was before, which maybe wasn't the best life for them. And now if it was, that's cool. But I see that a lot. I'm going to quote Woody Allen. He said 80% of success is showing up, just showing up. And I say it all the time, hashtag show up. What does that mean? What are we showing up in? We're showing up in our business. We're showing up and trying to get Success Club 5 or 10, which means we're getting 3 people going every month. We're going Emerald. We're getting 2 people to join us as a coach every month. If you meet that basic standard every month, you are literally unstoppable. Like nothing can stop you. If you are sharing 3 social media posts a day, 2 of them drip a little Beachbody. You don't say Beachbody, but you can drip about it. You're showing up every day. Inviting people every single day. You have to show up there. And here's something I want to share with you guys. If you're showing up on social media and just expecting that because you're doing that, people know to order from you, they don't. People don't necessarily understand. Mary, my cup runneth over. Good morning. She's like, I don't know how to work this. It's good to see you. A lot of times we think, I'm just talking about being stubborn in the business, but this will be good. A lot of times we think that just because we're putting our social media out there that people notice to work with us, and they don't. So they'll say, oh, Melanie has been doing that hammer and chisel. I'm going to go get it. So they'll go to Amazon, they'll order hammer and chisel, and then they'll send Melanie a message. Melanie, I just got hammer and chisel. I'm so excited. What do I do? And Melanie's like, what? Why'd you do that? I don't understand. Well, they didn't know. And then it's like to us, well, I didn't invite them. Duh. So the social media and the inviting have to go together. And here's the other thing. If you're inviting people, but then they look at your social media and they're like, well, is she even working out? Like, I didn't know she lost weight. I didn't know she was doing anything like that. Why would I work with her? Because you haven't shown up. So the two of those have to go together. Reading personal development has to go together. And part of personal development is getting in your office a couple times a week and learning something. Because how often I can tell a coach who's going to be super successful from one who's not, because a coach that's going to be super successful takes time to learn some things in their coach online office. The other ones will call me every time something happens. Hey, can people who are pregnant have Shakeology? Hey, how do I get someone to order a challenge pack? Hey, how do I sign someone up as a coach? Hey, 5 minutes, guys. Just do it. If this is something you want to build, if you're working as a discount coach and someone just randomly signed up with you, I don't mind. But if you want to be a leader, I expect you to behave like one. And that means showing up. And that means being stubborn and diligent in the process. That means recognizing people when they're being successful. And that means working out and eating healthy. That means showing that the stuff works, because you cannot expect, you're being unreasonable if you expect people to join you and you're not at least working on your own health and fitness. You don't have to be a certain physique. You don't have to look a certain way. But if you aren't even trying and you're not sharing that you're trying, why would anybody want to work with you? Be fair, be reasonable. I want you guys to be passionate. That's easy for me to say because I am passionate. And it's easy for me to be stubborn about this because I am passionate, but that's because I have that powerful why of why I'm doing this. It's deep, it's serious. I can touch it. When I visualize things, I can see myself standing on, there's a cute little person. Good morning, I love you. I can see myself on stage at Summit. I can see myself helping a bunch of people, and so I get excited about it. So when I make a post and no one likes it, I don't care. Like, oh, well, whoever needed to see it, saw it. And I take the time to read it to see if I could have posted it better, because we do want to be students of the process. But you have to be stubborn in your message and your intentions. And that means you have to dig your heels in and do it anyway. Do it anyway, every time. Stop worrying about who isn't liking, focus on who is, and then you keep jabbing and messaging people. And that's how they start to see you, because someone may have hidden you, but if you're liking and commenting on their stuff and like kind of talking to you, to them, they may unhide you and see what you're doing. Because I know a lot of us, when we first became coaches, we're like, I'm a Beachbody coach, order from me. And then everybody on Facebook goes, hide. Oh my God, not another one, hide. You've got to be her too, hide. Just be you. Beachbody's everywhere. Beachbody's on the TV. Beachbody is on the radio. Beachbody is on the side there on the advertisements. Good morning, my love. Beachbody's everywhere. So be you. You're not everywhere. You're the difference. I want you guys to chase down your actions in that stubbornness and think about the things that you're doing and where they're going to take you. Because if you go to a friend's house, a barbecue, and you have a plate of all the crappy food and all the beer, those actions are going to lead you somewhere. Not only are the people going to see that and be like, oh, is that how you get healthy? Awesome. I could totally do this Beachbody thing. But number two, you're going to be just like that challenger I talked about, and you're going to have a really hard time starting back over on Monday because you feel crappy from Saturday. And it's the same thing with your social media. If you take a week sabbatical and decide I'm not posting, and you're like, oh, this is way easier. Well, yeah, it's way easier. It is not easy for me to post on social media. It's like work. It's like a job. But I am stubborn in it because I'm starting to reach people I never would have reached before. I would have never known to reach out to had I not been doing that. So think about where the choices you're making today are taking you tomorrow. I'm here still because I'm stubborn, but not just because I'm stubborn in, the working out, and not just because I'm patient and I've been waiting, but because I do the things too. Because you can be here in 3 years and still not be making any money. You have to be stubborn in the process. Taryn's still here because she's stubborn. Melanie Mitro is still here because she's stubborn. Carl Deichler, do you know how many people told him no when he came out with this idea? I don't know if you guys do P90X and P90X3 and stuff. Tracy Morrow, who's in those videos, who's like a crazy top coach, told him no 7 times. 7 times. She's like, Carl, I'm not doing this. And he would say, no, you don't understand my vision. Let me show it to you again. Carl, I'm not doing this. But he was so passionate and stubborn about getting people healthy that he knew she was the girl, that he wouldn't take no for an answer. And she finally said yes. And she's even in 22-minute hardcore, and she is not a veteran. She's in the core videos. She's not a veteran, but she's in there. Tracy freaking Morrow, and she's real. I see a lot of people, and again, like if you're doing this for a discount, this doesn't totally apply to you, but I see a lot of people who are passionate about this and want to do it, and they end up going back to jobs they don't like and lowering their expectations and accepting missing out on this because they didn't get stubborn. Because when it was hard, they decided it wasn't worth doing. And in some ways, they chose the harder path because they were so worried about other people and so worried about whether or not they were being liked. They let that fear cripple them into a life that stinks, working nights or being unhappy or having an 80-hour-a-week job. It doesn't have to be that way if you stay stubborn. It kind of reminds me of like the college student the first year who takes all the hard classes because they're so excited and they're like, no, I can do it. And their parents are like, hey, like maybe you should balance it out. And they're like, yeah, I can do that. And then like 2 weeks in, it's too hard and they can't finish it. But if they stay stubborn and they stay focused in that excitement, they can finish it and they can do it. And that's the other thing too, you guys, pace yourself in this business in the beginning. Don't spend 40 hours a week on Beachbody and burn yourself out. Don't bring your phone with you to dinner time and answer messages about Beachbody during family time. Be stubborn in your intentions. And that means when you work your power hour, you work your power hour. But that means when you are going somewhere with your family, you are not writing someone about Beachbody. You are with your family. And that helps make it easier to not get overwhelmed. Okay? I just want to talk about this because we are, oh, look, yay! Hey, Dawn. I wanted to talk about this because we are really starting to get some big builders on this team. And it's such a reminder to me that it's easy to do this business. It's easy to do the actions that will make you successful, but it's also easy not to do them. But you just have to be stubborn. And if you can be stubborn, you can be successful. It's super simple. Dawn, I'm like done saying all the things I was going to say. And you're frozen. That's so sad. I'm sorry. She's frozen. Look at that cute frozen face. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns, struggles, exciting things they want to share? It's too early.
I'm pretty excited. Mary's on with us this morning.
I know, it's so good to see Mary's beautiful face. It makes me so happy.
Yes.
Because I have nobody to talk to.
Aww.
We are here.
We're here. You talk to us.
I need human interaction.
Can't wait for you to move home. So excited. Poor Dawn.
This is my adult time.
This is my adult time. Oh, Dawn, there's 2 Dawns.
Dude, it's up.
There's 2 of you.
I know, because I'm trying to get on the phone, but you didn't message me like I asked you to.
I'm sorry, I didn't because I had this screen and couldn't see because I was already doing the thing. We're already talking.
I don't know how to handle my phone. Sorry, keep going. I only have like 2 minutes. I ran out in the car. I made an excuse to leave.
She's driving and Zooming at the same time. This is very safe, you guys. I highly recommend it.
Dude, they're at the entire house today.
I know.
They weren't supposed to, and we didn't know that. So we're... No, sorry, keep going.
We're wrapped up. I was asking if anybody had any concerns, struggles, exciting things they wanted to share, anything like that. No? Nothing? Nothing? My speech was so good that you're left without words. Minds are blown. All right.
Yeah.
what I'm going with, and that it's
I'll share something.
Yay! Thank you, Mike.
I'm excited. Just because of the fact that I've been able to get with my father-in-law these past couple weeks in the gym, introducing him to Body Beast. Him and my mother-in-law started losing weight and stuff, and he's like, well, I want to get back in the gym. Now, granted, it takes a toll because it's at 5 o'clock in the morning. But I'm really excited. Of course, I signed my mom as a coach, and she was doing she started with Pio and stuff, and now she's doing the on-demand, which is awesome. I'm still working on my dad because my dad just needs to do it. But I've been talking to actually one of my buddies who was really into P90X when like a while ago, and he messaged me and was like, dude, how do you get the old the P90X recovery? And I was like, oh, they kind of phased that out. I was kind of sad because I used to use that stuff when I first started. So I'm actually been talking with him, and he's a National Guard guy. So I'm actually trying to talk to him, and I kind of told him about how being a coach for military is like so simple. It's super cheap, and you get a big discount on supplements like that. And so I'm going to try to talk to him today. And before he went to the field last week, he looked at it and he said, that's probably a pretty good idea. I get a discount. I can make a little money on the side if I want to. He's kind of an entrepreneur, kind of type minded. So hopefully I can talk to him today and maybe this weekend, maybe get him signed up with the P90X3 like challenge pack, because he really likes that. And maybe get him to order some supplements. So maybe I'm hopefully going to get my second coach signed this month before the end of April, so I can hit my emerald before this month ends out. So I've been excited about that. That's something kind of hopefully developing up. And then next month, I got another buddy who's in the Air Force who I've been talking to that I grew up in that I went to high school with. And then my sister might actually sign up as a coach, like a discount coach. So I'm trying to get everybody in here, so hopefully next month I'll have some people on our team and joining up, having some fun. So it's a slow process. It's definitely a slow process, but like I said, stay stubborn.
Stay stubborn. Gets it.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Get on.
Are you looking at the P90X challenge pack or the all access with him?
Well, I don't know.
It'll be way cheaper to do the all access versus the X3 because that one's super expensive.
Yeah. So it might go either way. I might just get him to do the all access just because, yeah, like you said, it's cheaper, and he can get access to all 3 of the different P90Xs too if he wants to.
But because the X3 I want to say is a challenge pack, it's going to be like $220 maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Good job. And that's just because if you guys don't know, Michael is on social media. He goes live like almost every day right now. He just talks about what he's doing. He shares his workout. So he's very consistent in his social media, and then people see that and they are like, all right, what are you doing? So very cool. You guys, thank you for being here.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
No, go
Let's
ahead.
say if you have people that are exploring with the idea of wanting to work the business, it's okay to kind of throw them into the group. Like, I have a girl right now that's in the group because she wants to sign up as a coach, and she's just sitting back and observing and seeing what we do within our Ripple Effect group. So if you have somebody that's thinking about it and wants to sort of see the support that they're going to get, throw them in for a little bit. Say, hey, let me put you in this group for like a week and see what it's all about. Because it may be helpful in kind of sharing what we do and that they're not going to be.
Yep. Give them a little fly on the wall opportunity. Very, very exciting. All right, you guys. Anything else before we move on? All right. So if you haven't seen the Super Saturday corporate video, watch that. If you're on the fence about Summit, get off the fence and make a choice because rooms be booking up. And I love you guys. Stay stubborn. Thanks for being here with me. This is like my favorite thing to do is hang out with you guys. So have a killer day. Go help some people. Take care of yourselves. Mary, what a gift to see you today. We love you so much. Thank you for being with us, Mike. Dawn, thanks for hopping in from the road.
Yeah.
Big Knuckles. We do Knuckles.
Big Knuckles. And it's Flex Friday.
Have an awesome day.
Flex Friday.
Flex Friday. Woo! Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.